Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hey, I want to talk to you briefly, Instagram family. Have you ever gone to a concert? Excuse me. Have you ever gone to a concert and especially a gospel concert? And have you ever watched when the choir that was holding a concert and everybody were killing it? They were killing the music. And the music is jamming, the musicians are on point, the band is together, the choir director is moving, and everybody is having a great time. Just like when you go to a secular concert and say like the Grammys or a great award ceremony. Well, I had the privilege to go to this concert, and I literally watched as the choir was doing their thing, and they were getting with the program. They really were. And how many of you have sat in the congregation during a concert, a gospel concert, and really enjoyed it? And now it's not a concert like it's on big stages, like at an amphitheater or anything like that, but a concert where you're at one of the larger churches in the city, and the good pastor of that church has allowed you to use their facility to facilitate your organization and your event. And tonight, I had the most grandiloquent time, and had so much fun. And literally watching a couple of people in a choir get upset because the artist whose song they were doing was in the congregation. Now, let me tell you something. If you're slaying the music and the artist that actually has performed the music, the gospel singer, artist, whoever that performed the music is actually there, and they are clapping and enjoying as you do their music, that is awesome. That is the most kudos you could have. If they're sitting with their arms folded across their bosom or across their chest, looking at you with a sour face, that means you messing their music up. They're not feeling it. But if they're feeling it, they're going to root you on. They're going to join in with the concert and sing. They will actually sing in the background in the choir, or sometimes just sing off to the side, because the lead singer is doing the best they can with the song. It's not the artist. But you cannot get upset when you decide to spot the artist, and because you want to be known and have notoriety with the artist during that worship experience, the artist comes up and you look over there and say, "Come on up, come on up." You back them, come on up," and they come up there, and since they've already been singing, they done already warmed up, and they kill what little you put out there. They just smash you. They smash your lead singer. They do riffs and runs and stuff like that. You cannot get upset at that. You invited them up. They make their living. God has gifted them to make their living by singing gospel music. God has gifted them to feed their family, pay their bills through gospel music. You cannot expect them to not give 100% because that's all they know. And if you knew what it took behind the scenes in studio time when you're resting and they up at 2 and 3 in the morning trying to make sure they hit the right note, making sure that the mix is right, making sure that their vocals are tight and all goes well, then and only then would you understand why they give the congregation 100%. What you should be happy about is that when you gave them the mic, they came up there and didn't charge you a dime, because they normally, under normal circumstances, they would charge. But if they are caught up in the spirit of their own music and know what they was going through when they wrote that song, and they want to minister, and you give them the opportunity to minister, guess what, y'all? They are going to kill it. You fool around there and let the Clark sisters, or one of the Clark sisters be, especially Karen or Dorinda, let them be sitting in the congregation enjoying what you're doing to their number. And then you fool around and give them that microphone. they gonna kill it. If you see Brother Dietrich, if you see Pastor Dietrich out there and he doing his thing and he's sitting in your presence enjoying how you're doing his music and your band is emulating exactly how his band would play it, man, what goes through their mind is that, okay, right about here, this is what I do. Right about here, this is where I'm going to go. They're going to get up and they're going to kill it. You can't be mad at that. If the great Yolanda Adams, you sitting up there singing a song that's led by her, and you mess around there and give that sister that mic, she get up there and grab that mic, she gonna kill it. Didn't y'all watch Sunday's Best? Pastor Donnie McClurkin. You sit up there and do stand and then let it and do it for a long period of time, and he happened to be sitting in the congregation, and you look out there and see him, and you ask him up. If he respectfully decline, you better not let him back up there. Don't ask him. Because if he go up there, he gonna kill it. You can't get mad at the pros that do this for a living singing for God. When they come in after they are encouraging you while you're doing their music, you can't get mad. This dude got big mad. I mean, mad. Because you know when the congregation, if you're doing the song right and they already on their feet, when the artist gets up there, they become, not only do they become the congregation, they become the fans. Now you have just put the concert on a whole nother dimension. You messed that up. It's a good thing it was the last song, because an artist, when you're doing their music, and especially in a gospel concert, secular is a little bit different. A lot of times secular artists will just say, yes, that's very good. Appreciate you giving me the shout out. And a lot of times they might decline. But gospel artists, especially the truly saved ones, they gonna come. You give them a chance to get up there and minister to the people. They gonna minister to the people, and you might not like it. So that means that you were up there for self and not really to minister to the souls of the people through your music. So this is just a warning. If you do not want your music to be smashed or your lead singer to be embarrassed, don't get up there in the spirit of self, first of all. And secondly, most importantly, if you see that artist sitting in that congregation, just acknowledge the artist. The artist will acknowledge you back. They wave and smile, nod their head. But if you fool around and give them that mic, like if they don't want to come up to the pulpit where you singing at your little church, and you mess around there and take it down there to the floor to where they are, they gonna stand up there and they're going to kill it. And guess what? The band ain't gonna pay no attention to you. They're going to go straight with the artist. They're gonna, ooh, we get to play for them. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how bands like this, how bands that are just out there doing their little part, the local church band, and a superstar like Yolanda walks up and you singing her song and then she comes up, or the great Richard Smallwood, and you're playing this music exactly like he like it, and he gets up there and smash. Or even the Clark Sisters, especially one of the songs that's one of the smoothest ones, Blessed and Highly Favored. Man, you fool around there and play that song right and everybody singing it right, and then you see the artist, one of them sitting out there, one of the Clark Sisters will smash it by herself. So don't do yourself an injustice. Keep it professional, keep it spiritual, and make sure that if you give the artist the mic, imagine you doing Ty Tribbett. You doing Ty Tribbett's music, watch out. Because if he's sitting there and he's jumping up and down and rooting you on, telling you to go for it, and you sounding just like his band would sound, you fool around, get that boy that mic if you want to. I guarantee you when he get it back to you, you won't give it to nobody else. That's just a little message from your boy, the Rhino, to let you know that I have had a grandiloquent time with laughter, because tonight was a lovely night. Never give an artist the mic, because they go 100% every time. 100% every time. One more time for the Holy Ghost. They go 100% every time. Be careful. Much love.